Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 22nd Annual Crystal Ball Gala. This year, of course, being brought to you virtually in your own home. We hope that you are having a fabulous night. Now, before we get started, if you haven't yet gotten registered to bid, we want to be sure that you do so. We've got some fabulous items for you to take a look at, and more importantly, items for you to take home. So get registered to bid at casadeamparo.org. Click on the Crystal Ball tab and you'll be all set and ready to go. Now, for those of you who have already gotten registered, you likely got a text message from the number 91049. Don't worry, they're not asking for your email, they're just asking you to give. So 91049, take a look at that in your text and see if you've gotten that number. And if you have, be sure to follow the registration protocol. If you have any technical difficulties whatsoever, please give us a call. The number is on your screens. It's 760-593-2366. If you have any trouble whatsoever, we've got interns standing by ready to assist you. Tonight we have an incredible program, but I want to let you know that we've got some wonderful things that we want to point out to you. Our opportunity to learn a little bit more about Casa de Amparo is going to last throughout the entire evening, but we do have the chance for you to participate in a little live auction action. So be sure you set your maximum bid and get ready to bid on some fabulous items. We also have a wine opportunity drawing, and that is closing at 6:30 p.m. Just as soon as we get into those presentations, we're going to be closing that wine opportunity. We're going to be announcing the winner a little bit later. Of course, we are going to share with you why it's now more important than ever to support Casa de Amparo, and we should have you all wrapped up by about 7 o'clock. Our silent auction is going to close at 9 p.m. 9 p.m., the close of the silent auction, but your opportunity to give lasts throughout the night. Now, we have got a lot of fun to do, but we want to get started with a welcome message from our board member, the fabulous Kayleen Huffman. Kayleen?
Good evening. My name is Kayleen Huffman. I'd like to welcome you to our first virtual Crystal Ball Gala. Thank you so much for attending this event this evening. It means so much. I really miss seeing your faces and your dancing feet, but I so am thankful that you are here with us this evening. I'm sure you're enjoying your beautifully catered meal from Behind the Scenes Catering and Jeffrey Strauss of Pamplemousse Grill. Thank you for your participation in our event this evening. Crystal Ball Gala is the major fundraising event for Casa de Amparo. It's so important that we all give generously this evening in support of Casa Kids. We thank you so much for your support and your generosity. We look forward to an amazing evening together from our homes, but still together in spirit. Thank you so much for being here again. It is now my great honor to introduce Tamara Fleckmeyer, our Executive Director. Enjoy.
Hello everyone, I am Tamara Fleck-Myers, the Executive Director with Casa de Amparo, and I am thrilled tonight to welcome all of you to our 22nd Crystal Ball Gala. We did not know if we would be able to present this to you this evening, and we are thrilled to be here and to be able to do it under these crazy circumstances we understand. But thank you all for being here tonight, and we are looking forward to a fantastic evening. I want to take a moment to take a very special thank you to our patrons that make tonight possible. We absolutely could not do this without them. And honestly, in this time of COVID, we didn't know what this would look like, but we have some amazing individuals that understand our mission, they understand what we do, and they show up for us year after year. And we have to take a moment to thank those individuals. I can't list them all tonight, so I want you to take a look at our screens so that you can really enjoy and appreciate everybody who's made tonight possible. But there are some folks that we need to take a moment to truly appreciate. And the first of those individuals is Miss Diane Martin. She has been a loyal supporter of Casa de Amparo for so long. And Diane, I just honestly cannot thank you enough. Thank you so much for your generosity to Casa de Amparo. The second group of individuals I would like to thank are a couple who come through to us every year, Lou and Judy Ferraro. Amparo. They are two amazing individuals who have Casa at mind all the time, and they went out of their way this year to make sure that they could bring in some other individuals for us who also I want to recognize because they too have made tonight possible. So I'm going to start by thanking Terry and Colleen O'Malley. Thank you so much for supporting us. Thank you so much for listening to Lou and Judy and understanding why it's so important to support children. And thank you so much to Dan and Barbie Spinizzola, as he's often affectionately referred to as Spinner. We are so thankful for your contributions too tonight. We know these are different times, and you know, the need to take care of children doesn't change, and so thank all of you for stepping up and being available to us and being in your homes and celebrating in whatever way you can. Our gratitude is tremendous. Thank you so much for everything you've done to make tonight possible. As much as we are grateful for all of our amazing patrons here tonight, we are really here to celebrate some heroes. And so I want to take it down a notch, and I just want to take a moment to really embrace what's been happening here on our Casa Kids campus. When COVID hit back in March, many of our kids were terrified. They were afraid that our staff would go home and that they would take care of their own families and they wouldn't be here to take care of our children. I had so many kids asking me what was going to happen and would the staff come and did they care enough to show up. And I think all of us had those questions. We didn't know what this would look like, and that's why I want to take a moment to really honor the true heroes. That's why we're here tonight. We could not do this work without the individuals that show up day in and day out, and they make sure that our kids are cared for. Even in the times of COVID, as scary as it was for all of us, we learned, we followed CDC guidelines, we masked up, and we taught the kids what needs to happen to keep all of us safe. And those folks that showed up every day, risking the lives of their families, they are the heroes here tonight. I think about it and I just don't know how to thank them enough. We have been in this together. We have been walking through this with kids who, if they did not have us, I don't know what would happen. And I can't thank you enough as the executive director of this agency and someone who's been there with you guys out there day in and day out trying to figure out how we manage this every day. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being there. Thank you for loving our children. I cannot thank you enough.
Kayleen and Tamra, thank you so very much. And Tamra, thank you for your leadership through very difficult times. I know all of us are still coping with what has long become a little bit of a new normal, but it's so incredible to hear the stories of the frontline staff at Casa de Amparo, and we are going to bring you some of those stories tonight. So be sure to stay tuned. We want to say thank you to our catering partners, Behind the Scenes Catering, and of course, Jeffrey Strauss at Pamplemousse. I hope you're all enjoying some fabulous food in the comfort of your own home. And this is the type of opportunity for you to enjoy all of the great work that you've supported over the years, all of the great work that you're going to support from the comfort of your own home. We are so excited for this evening, and we're excited to honor our frontline staff. Their dedication and care of our Casa Kids is absolutely critical to our organization. Did you know that the residential treatment staff give 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week care to our youth on our San Marcos campus? Our new direction staff guide young people in transitioning out of foster care, which can be extraordinarily difficult, now more so than ever. And our family visitation staff monitor the relationships between parents and their children and guide them toward reunification if at all possible. These are some monumentous tasks, and this frontline staff has been there each and every day despite the worst pandemic in human history. Let's take a moment and hear and get to know some of these incredible individuals.
My name is Rafael, but I go by Rafa, and I am the Family Visitation Program Manager.
My name is Elisa Sandoval, and I am the Administrative Assistant here at Casa de Amparo.
My name is Nicole, and I am a Residential Supervisor here.
My name is Julia, and I am a residential counselor here at Casa.
My name is Michelle Hoffman, and I am recently moved into a case manager position.
My name is Elise James. I'm the program manager from Casa de Amparo's New Directions program.
We work with the San Diego County Child Welfare Services, and so we monitor and supervise children and parents that have been placed currently with approved family members, or they've been placed with group homes such as ours.
Our New Directions program is a transitional housing program for former and current foster and probation youth. So what our program is all about is creating a safety net and an environment for our young people to flourish. So a lot of our young people at age 18 are coming straight from a group home, sometimes straight from juvenile hall. And in order to live successfully in San Diego County, it's going to take a lot of money, a lot of resources, and a lot of our young people don't have those resources. So we create a space for them to flourish.
As part of my job, I provide the care and the safety for the residents here individually and in groups while providing guidance to the residential counselors.
And I just spend time in the cottages building rapport and providing therapeutic services. I also help run groups during day rehab, and I help with the intake and discharge of every client.
I assist different departments. I am part of the development department and the facilities team. And I just do various tasks. I help wherever I'm needed.
My job has many different duties, but I think the most important one for me is making sure that these kids are living in a safe and stable environment. And this encompasses so many different things. Like a lot of times it means that we get to run around and have fun and like relive our childhood years. But it also means that sometimes we do have to be strict and enforce the rules so that everybody does have a fair opportunity to be able to grow physically, mentally, emotionally, in all domains.
We are the foundation to these children. We are the mom and dads. We are the family they don't have. We are that structure that we took for granted.
It's such a special age. They're figuring out who they are, what they want to be. So when I discovered Casa Amparo, it was like the perfect combination of all the worlds I love, working with former foster youth and working with young adults.
We give them hope. We give them light. We teach them better options, a better structure of what we can do. And it takes a team, you know, it takes a group, it takes a mom and a dad figure, it takes all of us to empower these youth.
I believe that we do have a strong Casa family, and these people, my coworkers, are my friends and my family.
It's so rewarding, and we have such a wonderful team here. We all come together, we're like a family. You're never in it alone, you always have support, and it's just a really rewarding and challenging in a good way job.
Hands down, my favorite part of the job is the bonds and the relationships that I've created with the residents here. Not just the residents, but the relationships that I have formed with my coworkers as well, because it is something that, again, no one would ever be able to understand, and we all go through so much together that you are almost bonded for life in a sense.
We do work with a vulnerable population. So a lot of our young people come to us with a lot of barriers. So, you know, possible substance abuse, domestic violence, complex trauma. So there are some days that can be difficult.
Just the fact that we can come in and depend on each other and have each other's backs and say, we got this, is how I can provide that team spirit, you know, and saying, okay, this is going to be rough, but definitely get through it together.
It's really cool to see someone on day one when they come to us and then check in 2 years later and see all the progress they've made. It's the most rewarding part of my job. I love to see how they really use our program and they really thrived in our program. We have such an amazing team here with therapists, supervisors, case managers that all work around these kids to make sure that they are getting the best possible treatment.
I wanted to work for Casa because I not only wanted to make a difference, but I wanted to make the world a slightly better place. I felt like if I could make an impact on at least one kid, that I would be doing my part.
Being able to make that difference and empowering people that feel they've lost everything is definitely rewarding beyond words. So that's exactly why Casa de Amparo, I mean, is the place to be.
Rafa, thank you so very much. And to all of our frontline staff, these are incredible people making extraordinary changes in the lives of our Casa kids. You know, they say that it takes a village, and this is an incredible village that supports some of the most at-risk youth in San Diego. Thank you all for what you do. As supporters, we can help them. We can ensure that we give them the necessary funding so that they can continue impacting and changing lives. And we get to do that in a rather fun way. So we are going to get started with our live auction. Now, in the virtual space, this live auction feels probably just a little bit different. And here's how that's going to work. What I want you to do right now is go ahead and grab your mobile bidding device. Could be an iPad, could be your phone. Get it opened up, follow that text link, and make sure that you are ready to go inside of that Greater Giving bidding application. Now, what I want you to do is, as you navigate your way in the search bar, I want you to put in an item number, and we're going to start at item number 100. That's item number 100. So here is our live auction closing. We're going to start off with a fabulous package from our friends at Bassett Home Furnishings. We're going to then go to our Gregory Fry dinner experience. We've got some fabulous jewelry from our friends at Jewels with a Purpose. We have a very special wine collection. The perennial favorite, the Pamplemousse dinner for $24, and then a one-of-a-kind opportunity to purchase art from our Casa Kids. Don't forget, through all of this, you also have an opportunity to buy that wine opportunity drawing ticket. That's going to close at 6:30 in just about 15 minutes from right now. So, as a professional auctioneer, I want to give you this tip. It's going to be very important. When you find an item that you love, simply set your maximum bid. Go in, place a bid, set the maximum bid, and then let the device do everything for you. What you get to do is sit back and enjoy and watch other bidders try and hopefully fail to outbid you on your item. So take a moment right now, lock in that maximum bid, and we'll get started with our first of our live auction closings. Now, we're going to bring you each and every winner at the conclusion of all of these, and when I say the item is closed, that's when the bidding stops, and we're going to move on to the next one. Now, of course, our entire silent auction library is going to be open until 9 p.m., but these 6 packages are going to be absolutely fantastic. So let's get started with our very first item. This is the Bassett Home Furnishings Design Package. This one is absolutely fantastic. I know that, like you, I've been spending a lot of time in the same 4 walls. Wouldn't it be lovely to give it a little bit of a refresh? Well, our good friends at Bassett Home Furnishings is going to give us that opportunity. You're going to get to create the room of your dreams. They have got some incredible designers, and those top designers are going to give you a personal consultation to make sure that your room has the perfect look. Appointments are offered either in-store or in-home, and we also have virtual visits available as well. Then, once you've designed that perfect space, you're going to get a $5,000 credit to be used toward the purchase of the furniture to make your home complete. Bassett Home Furnishings has always provided high-quality, gorgeous furniture. It fits in every room and just about every style. Now, this one expires to use those opportunities for that design consultant. That expires on October 31st of 2021. Thank you to our good friend Kayleen Huffman and the Huffman family. Rick and Kayleen, thank you so much for your ongoing support. All right, let's check in right now. If you are interested in the Bassett Home Furnishings Design Package, there is already some great bidding that has started. In fact, Leah has the top bid right now at $4,250. Now, if you would like a $5,000 credit from our friends at Bassett Home Furnishings, now's your opportunity to bid. Now, I know that Amber has put in a few good bids there as well. So Amber, don't go away. Your chance to set it up. Set that maximum bid. Right now, we're at $4,250, and we're going to close this item in just about 2 minutes. Now's the time. Bid high, bid frequently. Set that maximum bid and just see where your heart goes. $5,000, and right now, $4,250, I know we can do better than that. Let's make it $47.5. At $4,750, if you've been wanting to renew or remodify that one particular space in your home, now's the opportunity to do it. Do so with our friends at Bassett Home Furnishings. Remember, this is a professional design consultant that's going to come to your home or that'll meet you in the store. And then you're going to have an opportunity to make that dream become reality. This is a fabulous opportunity. Thank you so very much to the Huffmans. All right, Leah is still on the block at $4,250, and we've got just about 1 minute and 45 seconds remaining. 1 minute and 45 seconds remaining. Be sure you refresh that screen. Find out if you are the top bidder. Right now, Leah's doing a great job. Amber, don't go away. $5,000, and you could perhaps get it for $4,750. $4,750 is all it might take to beat Leah, and you're going to get $5,000 worth of credit from Bassett Home Furnishings and that professional design consultation. This one, absolutely fabulous. Let's continue to take a look. We've got to raise it up by at least $500. Let's make it $47.50 at $47.50. $47.50, and Leah has certainly been dominating that bidder board. Kristen has been doing a great job as well, and I even see Tamara Fleck-Myers in there getting us started very early on. This is your chance. Redo that home. You know, we've all been enjoying the resort island of back patio, or perhaps you've been spending a little bit too much time in that man cave that you built for yourself. Why not make it look even better for this next opportunity to stay home with a fabulous consultation from Bassett Home Furnishings? We've got just about 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining. Now, if you're having any trouble bidding, remember, we've got that technical support line as well. You might just want to go find the closest 12 or 13-year-old and have them operate your bidding device for you. It will likely be easier and less frustrating. Just give them the wallet and let them go. Leah is on the top at $42.50. We've got less than 1 minute now, less than a minute on Bassett Home Furnishings. This is your opportunity not only to give an incredible gift, but to get something fabulous in return. Leah's still in there at $4,250. Who's going to make it $47.50? $47.50. Anybody want to jump in? $47.50. You've got just about 25 seconds. 25 seconds left on this first live auction item. Now's the time to jump in. Don't forget, make your home look absolutely amazing. You've got just about 15 seconds. 15 seconds remaining, and Leah is staying strong. Amber, this is your chance. Come in right at the last minute. Get that bid up there just a little bit higher. Make it $47.50. You've got about 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we'll check in at the end of our live auction, but it looks like Leah Lampro is going to come out on top. And Leah, I can't wait to see what you and that professional design consultant come up with and how beautiful your home looks. You know, it might just inspire you to go room to room and make more space. All right, let's take a look at our next item. This one is the Gregory Fry dinner. Gregory Fry, an absolutely phenomenal chef. You are going to enjoy a 4-course meal for up to 8 to 10 guests in your home. Socially distanced, of course, and you're going to be enjoying that courtesy of the Golden Door. This comes complete with an hors d'oeuvre reception and wine. Chef Fry is absolutely phenomenal, and you can see there by the images on your screen, his menu selection is extraordinarily diverse. You are going to enjoy absolutely fabulous food, dinner for 8 to 10 people with wine included on a mutually agreeable date, and this one expires in 1 year. So just in case we don't come out of this anytime soon, you're still going to have an opportunity to do so next year. Thank you to our good friends at Golden Door for bringing this opportunity to us. This one absolutely exquisite. A huge value, and let's check in right away. Right now, it looks like Kayleen is on the top of the bid at about $1,050. No, I take that back. $1,350 is the current bid, and she is very excited. When was the last time that you had 8 people over for dinner and only spent less than $100 per person? This is your opportunity to do it. Dinner for 8 to 10, $1,350 is where the bid is, and Kayleen is on the bid. Let's find out who can get just a little bit above. Let's make it $16.50. $1,650. $1,650 for a 4-course meal with hors d'oeuvres and wine included. I want you to navigate your browser there in your giving platform to item number 101. Item number 101, in-home Golden Door dinner for $10. You know the Golden Door. It's absolutely exquisite. The food, the resort is absolutely phenomenal. Always one of the tops. Imagine bringing that to your home. How impressive would that be the next time you have friends over and you've got an entire year to use it? Kayleen Huffman still in there at $1,350. Who's going to jump in and make it $16.50? $1,650 is all you need to do right here, right now. If you haven't checked your bidding device just yet, or if you've put in a maximum bid, you want to be sure to check your text. You might have gotten outbid, and you might just be losing this phenomenal opportunity. We've only got about 1 minute and 45 seconds remaining, just about 1:45 remaining in the Golden Door dinner for $10, private in your home. This one is fantastic. Now, I don't know if Thanksgiving is a mutually agreeable date, but imagine what your holiday season could look like if you invited a couple of friends, maybe invite the family over and just enjoy an exquisite meal together. There's Kim Grant jumping in there at $1,650. Very nicely done, Kim. Kim's on the board, and Kayleen, that's the challenge that you've been waiting for. Let's make it $1,950. At $1,950, and you could be off and running to the races. We've got about 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining. Kim jumping in there, very nicely done at $1,650. Kayleen, oh, there's Dr. Michael Griffiths. Dr. Griffiths, very nicely done, jumping in there at $1,950. Let's see who can make it 22 and a half. 22 and a half, and yes, I'm even amazed myself that I can add $300 at a time. 22 and a half is where we need to be, and Kayleen's back in the money at 2 1/4. 2 1/4, let's make it $2,550. $2,550, and let's make it $2,550. Dr. Griffiths, you could jump in there and do it. Kim, this is your opportunity. $2,550, and let's keep the bidding going. This one valued at over $3,000. What a wonderful way to get involved. You've got just about 1 minute remaining. 1 minute right now. If you love food, if you love wine, if you love the experience of an in-home chef, I promise this is the item that you're waiting for. $22.50 is where we're at. Let's see if we can make it 25 and a half. $25.50. $25.50, and I know you got excited. I know I did. Kim, jump back in there. Make that next bid. There's Dr. Griffiths in there at 25 and a half. $25.50, let's make it $28.50. $28.50. $28.50, and we're coming down to the wire. Just under a minute now. Dr. Griffiths is in there at 25 and a half. Let's make it $28.50. $28.50, now's the time to press that button. I promise, I told you that advice early on. Set your maximum bid, and there's Kayleen in at $28.50. $28.50, now let's make it 31 and a half. At 31 and a half, and it could be you, let's make it $31.50. $31.50, and now is not the time to walk away. We don't push ourselves away in the virtual environment. We get in there and we continue to bid. At $31.50, who'd like to go? $28.50, you've got just about 45 seconds. 45 seconds remaining, $28.50, and Kayleen's on the top. Let's make it 31 and a half. 31 and a half, and Dr. Griffiths, will it be you? Will it be Kim? Is Kim going to come in at the last minute and steal it from everybody? I bet that's the kind of bidder that she could be. At $31.50, let's make it happen. We've got just about 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Yeah, and there's Kim Grant jumping in at 31 and a half. That's what we love to see. $31.50, and Kim is in. Dr. Griffiths, Kayleen, who's going to take it home? You've got just about 20 seconds. Just about 20 seconds remaining. Kim, I knew you'd jump in there and take it right at the last. I'm cheering for you. I'm cheering for all of you. More importantly, I'm cheering for Casa de Amparo. Let's see who's going to come in. You've got about 10, 9, 8. Kayleen's in there at 34 and a half, and she's jumping at the last minute. There's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. There we go. Bidding is done, and it looks like, but we can't be sure because we've got just a little bit of delay. I think Kayleen Huffman jumped in there on top. $34.50, a nice price for a fabulous dinner. Let's take a look at our next item. This one from a wonderful, wonderful organization, Jewels with a Purpose. They are absolutely fantastic. We have got for you something from their luxury collection. This is a set, a necklace, earrings, and a Swarovski crystal clutch from this incredible line. Now, these are all designed by the incredible Eliza, who has a huge heart that donates and gives to so many organizations. Jewels with a Purpose, exclusive jewelry that is only available through philanthropic means. This is a wonderful organization. This crystal clutch has heirloom quality Swarovski crystals in it. You've got a gorgeous necklace, beautiful earrings. This one is the Christmas gift. Perhaps it's the holiday gift that all of you are wanting to go. They're all hypoallergenic, handmade in Italy, absolutely fabulous, and you are going to look absolutely gorgeous at the next time that we can all gather, hopefully, for next year's Crystal Ball in a ballroom somewhere near you. Let's take a look at the bidders, and right now it looks like Kristen Caberly is on the bid at $1,225, and let's see if we can't make that a little bigger. Let's make it $1,575. At $1,575, and it's better when there's more than one bidder. Kristen, you're doing a great job. Got us started at 12 1/4. Let's see if we can make it. Let's make it $1,575. At $1,575, this is a wonderful opportunity to purchase something for yourself or purchase something for a loved one. This one works great, and I guarantee that while you're doing your shopping right now on Amazon.com, they've got nothing like what you're going to be able to buy and make the support for Casa de Amparo possible. Kristen's doing a great job at 12 1/4. $12.25 is where she's at. Let's make it $1,575. At $1,575, and if you'd like to take home this beautiful, exquisite luxury collection, this is your opportunity. You will sparkle even brighter when you wear it, knowing that it's gone to a great cause. 12.25 is the bid. Kristen's on there. Now we've got just less than 2 minutes. So if you want to jump in, now's the opportunity. Set that maximum bid, what you're willing to pay for the item. And let's just see how generous we can drive everyone to be. Kristen's in at 12.25. Let's make it $15.75. Anybody want to jump in at $15.75? $1,575. Now the clutch comes with a micro suede pouch, easy for storage and travel, and of course it all matches. You know, when you accessorize with a purpose and you accessorize in a uniform way, you shine even brighter. This one's a great opportunity. Jewels with a Purpose has blessed us with this fabulous item. Let's take a look. Kristen's in there at $12.25. $12.25. Anybody want to make it $15.75? $15.75. You too could be absolutely stunning when you wear this out, or perhaps you're just going to wear it around the house because we can't wear sweatpants every day for the last 8 months. And even if you do wear sweatpants or stretch pants, imagine how beautiful you're going to look with that Swarovski crystal around your neck. This one's absolutely fabulous. Your next Zoom call is going to be blown away. $12.25 the bid. Now let's make it $15.75. Anybody want to jump in at $15.75? You've got just about 45 seconds. About 45 seconds now. 45 seconds to bid. Kristen, you are standing strong. The only bidder. Item number 102102. And this one's going to go quick. It's going to go fast at $12.25. $12.25 is the bid. Who's going to jump it up and make it $15.75? Is it going to be Kristen? Is she going to stand unchallenged, or is somebody going to swoop in and take it from her? This is your opportunity. This is your chance. We're closing it down in just about 20 seconds. 20 seconds remaining. That's it. And that's all. 20 seconds remaining. Kristen's going to stand on top. Here we go. We've got just about 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Congratulations, Kristen. You stood unchallenged. Very nicely done. A wonderful, wonderful package. And thank you again to our good friends at Jewels with a Purpose. They are absolutely amazing. All right. If things that sparkle, beautiful dining, and the opportunity doesn't strike you, perhaps you would like some fabulous wine. You know, it's always a pleasure, and Casa de Amparo always has some of the most fabulous and collectible wine to purchase at auction, and tonight is no different. This one are 2 bottles of the 2015 Romani Saint Vivant Grand Cru, an absolutely beautiful wine. It's got a great bouquet of cassis, plum, clove, violets, rose petal, and spices. This one is full-bodied and has a supple, fine-grained tannin with beautiful depth and dimension. It's absolutely fabulous. Wine Advocate gave it 95 points. This is a beautiful domain in France, and you are going to love each and every drop. The next bottle that you're going to receive is a Comte de Champagne, a Blanc de Blancs. This is a beautiful expression of the Taittinger style, a champagne of great refinement, of elegance and delicacy. 1996 was a beautiful vintage for champagne, and it is a fabulous one. This one, Robert Parker gave 98 points. So these are 2 collectible wines. Now, we do want to let you know that you must be 21 years of age or older to purchase. And of course, we are unable to ship any wine, so we will be sure to get it to you. Thank you very much to Omid Ostadan and the Helmstetter Family Foundation for bringing these fabulous wines. And right now, it looks like Allie is on top of the bid. $715 for over $2,000 worth of wine. Over $2,000. You know, normally at Meet the Chefs, you would be following Jeffrey Strauss around, finding out what wines he bids on. Well, I tell you, these are the kinds of wines that Jeff would have in his collection. So this is your opportunity to jump in there. Allie's doing a great job. If you are a wine aficionado, or if you simply want to take your next gathering, your next moment to the next level, this is your opportunity to do so. Domaine Romani is absolutely fabulous with a long storied history in France. You are going to love each and every drop. Allie's on the bid at $715 for over $2,000 worth of wine. That Comte de Champagne, absolutely fantastic as well. The Blanc de Blancs is beautiful. This is your chance. Allie's in at $715. Who'd like to make that bid? Let's take it up and let's make it $920. Now, I hear you saying that is a completely random number, and you would be correct. But $920 is not too shy to support some incredible kids and the incredible staff that takes care of them. Help us out by taking home some fabulous wine. Let's make the next bid $920. And who'd like to jump in? This is your chance. This is your opportunity. I know that you've already drank through that incredible cellar that you might have put together. This is your chance to add to it during these COVID times. You never know. Here's what you need. You need these 2 bottles of wine and champagne and an entire case of toilet paper, and I guarantee you will get through the next shutdown with flying colors. Allie's doing a great job at $715. Anybody want to jump in there? Make it $920. $920 is where that bid needs to be, and you are going to go home with some great wine. We've got just about 1 minute and 45 seconds remaining. 1 minute and 45 seconds on this item, a very special wine collection. These could be yours. On their way to you. We'll make sure we get them delivered to your doorstep. This is a great way not only to support, but to enjoy some fabulous varietals. Allie DeCock doing a great job at $715. Let's make it $920. At $920, who's going to be that second bidder? At $920, I would hope that somebody who maybe is going to have a phenomenal dinner from our friends at the Golden Door would like to add to it with some great wine. This is your chance, your opportunity. $920 is where we need to be. This is item number 104 in your bidding device. Item number 104 in your bidding device, and right now you could be looking at $920. $920, and it could be yours. You could sneak in there and grab it. If you haven't had the opportunity to do so, now is your time to bid. Remember, if you have any questions or if you need any technical support, we've got folks standing by. You've got about 1 minute remaining. 1 minute remaining. 1 minute is all that separates you from fantastic wine. A $2,000 value, these bottles. And there is Sharon Costa. Sharon's jumping in there and making it happen at $920. We couldn't go uncontested. When great wine is on the table, we've got to go. I tell you what, let's make it $11.25. How about $11.25? $11.25, and Allie, you've held on so long. You could almost taste those reds. You could taste the bubbles on your lips. Now's your opportunity to outbid Sharon. Sharon's in at $920. Who's going to jump in and make it $11.25? $11.25? $11.25 is where we need to be. You've got just about 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left. Sharon, very nicely done. Glad you joined us right there at the last minute. This one you've had an opportunity to bid on for a while. You've already done your research. You know that these wines are well worth the value. You've got about 20 seconds. 20 seconds left, and it's going to come down to the line. Sharon jumped right in there at $920. Very nicely done, Sharon. Let's see if it's going to last. We've got just about 10, 9, Allie, don't go away, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are all done with that fabulous wine collection, and it looks like Sharon Costa held on for the win. She snuck in there and stole it. Now, if you don't want that to happen to you, if you want to be sure that you go home with one of these fabulous prizes, be sure to set your maximum bid. It's all you have to do. Set that maximum bid, and that way you don't get outbid. All right, this next one is one of the perennial favorites at Casa de Amparo, and always one that I love to see. Chef Jeffrey Strauss is not only incredibly generous, he is phenomenally talented. And for those of you enjoying Pamplemousse tonight, you know that this is where you want to be. This is 24 guests in the Cow Palace private room at the Pamplemousse Grill in Del Mar. It's an extraordinary dinner, and it will be accompanied by premium wines from Chef Strauss's private cellar. Now, as is his wont, the deeper into your pocket that you go for Casa de Amparo, the more that Chef Strauss will add, and the higher on his wine list you will get to climb. Your chance to win an incredible culinary evening that will make any event absolutely special. Doesn't include gratuity, it's subject to availability, and it expires November 5th of 2021. Now, right now, the restaurant industry in San Diego has been devastated by COVID. We're giving you an entire year, and more importantly, I beg you, please, when we are able, get out there and support local chefs, support local restaurants. And this one is a win-win. Not only are you going to get to go out and have some incredible food, and of course, Pamplemousse Grill in Del Mar is the one to measure all others by, you're also going to help to support some really incredible folks. So right now, it looks like Lou and Judy are on the bid at $3,500. Kathy got us started at $3,000. Let's see if we can make it $4,000. Let's make it a $4,000 bid. At $4,000, and now's your opportunity. Lock in your bid right now. Set that maximum level. 24 guests in the private room with an incredible selection of wine from Jeff's cellar. This is where you want to be. $3,500. And how about let's make it $4,000? At $4,000, $4,000 for 24 guests. Or if you're like me, just take one other special person and eat enough food for 24 people. That's how you make it a lot of fun. Lou and Judy are jumping in there. The Ferreros, thank you so very, very much at $3,500. And Kathy, you're being outbid right here and right now. I know that you want to jump in there and make that go just a little bit higher. If you are salivating over those incredible images of food at the Cow Palace and the Pamplemousse Grill, I guarantee bidding is where you need to be. Whether you go to enjoy the wine, go to enjoy the company, this is where it happens. There it is. Melinda Hausman jumped in there at $4,000, and then Lou and Judy jumped in at $45,000, not to be outdone. Let's make it $5,000. Let's take it up to $5,000 and let's just see where it goes. At $5,000, and now we're starting to bid. You've got just about 2 minutes remaining. Just about 2 minutes remaining. If you can't text fast enough, hand it to the next youngest person on the couch. I guarantee they will get you dialed in. Lou and Judy are in at $4,500. There's Dr. Michael Griffiths in at $5,000 and Lou and Judy at $5,500. Very nicely done. $5,500, and there's Kayleen jumping in at $6,000, and Lou and Judy back on the top at $65,000. $6,500 is the price you need to beat. Let's make it $7,000. At $7,000. $7,000. Kayleen, Dr. Griffiths, Lou, and Judy Ferrero. It is a 3-horse race. Let's make it a $7,000 bid. $7,000, and it could be you. Lou and Judy standing on top. Very nicely done. Kayleen, this is your opportunity. Dr. Griffiths, I know you'd love to go out and have a fabulous meal. 24 guests. Let's make it $7,000. At $7,000, and it could be your bid. At $7,000 and jump in. Kayleen, Dr. Griffiths, Melinda, you also jumped in there and bid. Very nicely done. Continue that good work. Let's see if we can make it $7,000. $7,000 for 24 people. I know we can do better. Let's make it $7,000. $7,000, and you've got just about 1 minute remaining. 1 minute remaining, and there's Melinda jumping in there at $7,000, and Lou and Judy at $7,500. Very nicely done. This is awesome. This is what it's all about. $7,500, and Lou and Judy are in. Melinda, you did a great job jumping in there at $7,000. Can we go $8,000? $8,000. Can we make it an $8,000 bid? Dinner for 24. 24 in the private room. I know now that we have moved from that middle tier of wine. We're getting into the good stuff right now for Jeff Strauss's Cellar. This is an opportunity to go even further. Let's make it $8,000. At $8,000. $8,000, and it's becoming such a favorite. This is a great opportunity. Go and enjoy. $8,000, and yes, Dr. Griffiths is in at $8,000, but oh no, the Ferreros jumping in at $8,500. Lou and Judy not to be outdone. Very nicely done. This is now $9,000. At $9,000, and we've got just about 1 minute remaining. 1 minute remaining, and let's make it $9,000, and let's put $9,000 on the board, and let's help to support the incredible programs at Casa de Amparo and the impact and the life-changing work that they are doing each and every day. Lou and Judy are in at $8,500, and let's make it $9,000. Let's make it $9,000. At $9,000, if you want to jump in there, Dr. Griffiths, don't go away. $9,000, and it could be you. $9,000, and imagine what will be waiting for you when you have the opportunity to go and dine in person. It's absolutely fantastic. Lou and Judy at $85,000. We've got just about 30 seconds remaining. 30 seconds remaining, and then it's going to be all in and all done on this fabulous, fabulous opportunity. Don't get left out. Let's make it a $9,000 bid. Anybody want to jump in? Dr. Griffiths, Melinda, Kayleen, anybody want to jump in and make it $9,000? You've got just about 20 seconds. 20 seconds left to go. 20 seconds, and then we're going to call it at 20. Now we've got just about enough time for you to imagine that beautiful duck that Chef Strauss knows how to prepare all so well. He's going to create a phenomenal meal for you. We've got about 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Oh, there's Melinda Hausman jumping in at $9,000. Lou and Judy in at $9,500, and it came down to the very last and one. We are done. Very nicely done. That was incredible. Lou and Judy Ferrero at the last minute jumping in at $9,500. But Melinda Hausman, you hung in there so beautifully. Nicely done. I have a message from Jeff that's actually just come in from our good friends there at the auction center. And Jeff says that if Melinda, you'd like to make your bid $9,500, he'd be willing to do too. And right now, in a time when lots of restaurants are having a hard time keeping their doors open, that is phenomenal generosity. Chef Strauss, thank you so very much for all you do. I tell you what, Melinda, our staff is going to call you. And if you'd like to come up to $9,500, we're going to make sure you have a chance to go to Pamplemousse and a dinner for 24. That was awesome. Congratulations to all of those bidders. All right, everyone, let's take a look at our last live auction item. It's coming up on the screen right now. This one is very special. This is a one-of-a-kind art piece decorated by the girls in the Casa de Amparo Residential Services Program. The girls have been working on and adding to the layers of this piece over the last year. It is truly a work of art. Not only that, but great art has a great story behind it. And imagine the story that you could tell about this incredible work. It is a mixed media piece that's been added to. You see the times that have changed. You can feel the energy and the love in this piece, and it is a wonderful expression. And it is there on the screens now in front of you and behind me. This one's fabulous, and Dr. Griffiths is in at $600, and let's see if we can make it at $900. $900, and add art to your wall, whether it's your office, whether it's your home. This one is absolutely fantastic. It's in multi-dimensions, mixed materials, and it's been worked on and it's been poured into with love from the girls in the Residential Services Program. Dr. Griffiths is in at $600, and who'd like to make it $900? Can we jump in there and make it $900? Kristen, if you'd like, don't go away. Let's make it $900. $900, and it could be you. $900, and this is our last live auction item. After this, all that's left is that silent auction, which will close at 9 o'clock. Dr. Griffiths is in there at $600, and let's see if we can make it $900 if anybody'd like to play at $900. $900, and ladies and gentlemen, we've got just about 1 minute remaining. 1 minute left on this item, and let's find out at a minute. Anybody want to jump in there and make it $900? An incredible work of art for you, made with love from the girls in the Residential Services Program. We've got just about 45 seconds. Just about 45 seconds remaining, just 2 bidders on it. You've got to appreciate it. You've got to love it. You've got to have a place for it. Or maybe what you do is you purchase it and you give it right back to Casa de Amparo as they continue on that capital campaign to build those beautiful facilities. This would be a great way to welcome guests. Again, great art has a great story, and you are adding to the great story of the lives of so many kids. Dr. Griffiths is in there at $900. Nicely done. You have raised your own bid, sir, and I take my hat off to you. You've got just about 30 seconds remaining. Just about 30 seconds remaining in this wonderful piece. 30 seconds in our live auction, and that's going to be it. $900 is where we're at. Anybody want to jump it up and make it 12? Now's your chance. Now's your opportunity. We've got 20. 20 seconds remaining. 20 seconds remaining for the Casa Kids art, and now we've got 10. 10 seconds is all. And we've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Congratulations, and the bidding is over. We're going to close out each and every one of those, but let's go back and let's review who our top bidders were in each one of our items. Now, of course, we got started off with that beautiful Bassett Home Furnishings Design Package, and Leah Lampro is going to get to go home with that one. Very nicely done, Leah. Congratulations. That in-home Golden Door dinner is going to go to Kayleen Huffman. Kayleen, always a great bidder. Thank you so very, very much. And let's take a look at that Simply Exquisite Luxury Collection. That one, Kristen Caberly is going to get to go home with that one. Congratulations, Kristen. And let's take a look at that Special Wine Collection. Sharon Costa, if you remember, jumped in there and stole it from Allie right at the last minute. The Pamplemousse dinner for $24. Lou and Judy Ferrero are on their way at such a fantastic opportunity. Lou and Judy, if you need anybody to fill in that 24th spot, you give me a call. I'd love to come and join you. You guys are absolutely fantastic people. And of course, that beautiful art is going to go to Dr. Michael Griffiths. Congratulations to all of our live bidders. You guys have made such a massive impact. Thank you so very, very much. Now, earlier in our program, we had an opportunity to meet some of our frontline staff, and I want to check back in with them and find out why your support today is even more important than it was yesterday. Let's take a look at our staff.
My favorite part about my job is being able to see the resilience that is in these kids. They come from such horrific backgrounds. They have experienced trauma that nobody should ever have to go through, but being at Casa, they're able to be a kid. They're able to have fun. They're able to make friends, and they're able to make relationships with both other residents and staff.
One of the girls, she will make anything out of a joke. One time she was squishing mashed potatoes out between her lips, and it kind of looked like a tongue. And she just was we were both just cracking up for about 15 minutes. And those just small pleasures and being able to see kids be kids.
Her being a teenager using modern slang, she said, damn, this lemonade slaps, meaning this lemonade is really good. So we were driving and it was a hot day and I turned on the AC and I look at her and I said, wow, this AC slaps. And she looked at me and she was like, Nicole, please don't ever say that ever again. You are so old and you never realize how young and cool you are until you have a teenager remind you that you're not.
Around the holidays, we really try to make it what a typical household would do. I remember last year we all had like a cottage decorating competition, and it was so fun to see the kids decorating for the holidays, putting up a Christmas tree, wrapping presents that they would give out to peers and like mail back home, like baking cookies and really doing what like a normal household does around the holidays.
It's important for them not to feel like an outsider when they've already been through so much, and so it's important that as a community they get support, whether it's from people who work here or just people outside.
I was speaking to one of the residents about a nightmare that she had, and she was going into great detail about the events leading up to her death in her nightmare. And she was so worried in her nightmare because she was looking around and she said, I can't find any staff and I couldn't find any of you and I didn't know what to do. And it just was a reality check for me, because we come here every day and we get paid to do this because it is our job. But to these girls, we are everything to them. She wasn't looking for a family member or someone, a friend who was special to her. She was looking for the staff.
It's almost like that saying, that light at the end of the tunnel. I feel our agency is that guide, guiding these children, our families, towards that light.
A lot of times when they come in, they are still in survival mode. They are used to having to fight for everything. They may not have had food to eat or a bed to sleep, and they may have been on the streets living there for who knows how long. But then when they come to Casa, they finally feel safe.
I think that their experiences need to be not only heard, recognized, loved, but we need to own it as a community because they're the product of our community.
I took a young person into our program and he came literally from off the streets. One thing he said to me is that his stomach was stuck to his back because he was so hungry. He had a really huge wall up. He wasn't smiling. He looked like he has just been through so much. And we were luckily able to bring him into our program right away. And only a couple weeks later, I saw him in our office and he was literally looked like a new person.
There was always someone that was able to help me. And so being able to give back what I've received is definitely rewarding.
Their strength is inspiring to me because they have tough times. Like they're children who have been through so much that shouldn't have to go through that. And yes, they have hard days, but they're so strong.
They are my absolute heroes. They have been through extreme neglect and abuse and pain that you could never imagine. And despite all of that, they are nurturing, they're caring, they're protective, they're loving, they have compassion, they have empathy, and they are here because of what family members or their parents did to them, yet they work so hard to make those same people who hurt them happy and proud.
They're all so smart and they all come with so many life experiences. It's just really special to watch, and it's really cool to serve this population.
The fact that we can empower other youth and they turn around years later as adults and say, you were the cause of that, is unbelievable.
These youth are our future. These are the youth that are going to grow up and be members of society. They don't have the luxury of families who can help them, guide them to get there. So what Casa does is important because it lays that foundation for them and it helps them be successful, not only successful youth, but successful adults to be productive members of society.
Thank you so very much to all of our frontline staff. As you can see, their lives are impacted by those that they help, and it becomes a beautiful circle when they all come back together and are able to create impact in kids' lives. Thank you to our frontline staff. We've had the opportunity to get to know them a little bit and learn a little bit more about their story, but I also wanted to introduce you to one of our program participants as well. Anna Godino is a New Directions program participant, and her experience and her story is quite heartwarming and compelling. Let's take a look.
Good evening. My name is Anna Godino. I'm 22 years old, and I have been in the Casa de Amparo New Directions program for a little over a year now, and it has been nothing short of eventful. I was born and raised in Napa County, California until I was 15. I was raised by my mom, who was a single mother. Her and my biological father had a physically, verbally, and mentally abusive relationship. He is also serving a life sentence in prison and has been since before I was born. My mom had me at 17 years old, dropped out of high school, and began working full-time almost immediately after she had me. When my mother wasn't working, she would go out partying every chance she got. Up until last year, I had a lot of resentment towards my mom. My mother would physically abuse me for years, not out of discipline, but out of anger. I was convinced that she saw me as a big inconvenience in her life, and not as an innocent human being that deserved and craved to be loved. My mother would leave me with my grandma and uncle throughout the week and weekends, to where I respected them as my mother and father figures. My uncle passed away when I was 8 years old. I didn't know how to deal with pain. Nobody wanted to talk about it. Nobody asked if I was okay. I was angry. Angry because nobody cared. I had the continued feeling that no one loved me. I subconsciously dealt with my pain the way my mother did, and that was through anger. Throughout the years, I began to dislike school. I began acting out. My anger turned to aggression within seconds. My mother would still beat me, swear she hated me through her ear-piercing screams, and my grandma did not want to keep watching me because I began to direct my anger at her. At 13 years old, while hanging with the wrong crowd, people much older than me, I landed myself on probation and in no way planning to respect that authority. Over the next 2 years, I was in and out of juvenile hall 13 times. It was clear as day that I didn't want to learn. Why should I? I had nothing else to lose, or so I thought. When I was 15 years old, my grandma passed away. And not long after that, I really began living like I had nothing to lose. I began abusing drugs and alcohol. I was hospitalized for alcohol poisoning the night of my grandma's funeral. My mother felt that she had no control over me, which landed me in my first group home, and a short 3 months later, my second group home. After 15 months, I left that group home successfully, felt I had my anger under control, my traumas worked through, and a solid head on my shoulders. I decided to benefit from the AB-12 programs and live on my own in the Sacramento area. I had absolutely no desire to move back home, no matter how much my mother begged me. I'd become a whole new person, an adult, and I truly just wanted to experience the experience. 2 weeks after being on my own in the adult world, I fell back into my old ways and began partying heavily. I met a boy who I thought was the love of my life, but it quickly turned into a toxic and abusive relationship. Putting all my tools aside, I thought this was love. I fought so hard for anyone to love me, and finally I thought somebody did. After 2 years of physically abusing each other, abusing drugs, living in my car, we up and left to move to his hometown with his mom in Carlsbad. A month of living together, I found out I was pregnant. In the back of my head, I had hoped that our baby would be the glue to our relationship, but man, was I wrong. We physically fought throughout my pregnancy, monthly, sometimes twice a month, and his mother would take her stress out on us, which only made it worse. At 8 months pregnant, I finally took the step to leave that household and reached out to Casa de Amparo. When I say that that was the best decision of my life, I mean it. I welcomed my beautiful baby girl into this world a month later. I got to welcome her into a stable environment, all thanks to Casa. However, there was still a big problem. My daughter's dad and I continued to fight, and sometimes around my daughter. I became more depressed than I ever was and constantly would beat myself up for raising a daughter around violence. In September of 2019, when my daughter was just 4 months old, her dad and I got into the last physical altercation with each other, but my daughter was removed from my custody. Once again, I had lost everything, my one and only, my daughter. I relapsed, I sought out the unhealthy to cope, and I truly gave up on myself. As I reflect on the 1 year that has passed, I was reassured by the fact that the Casa de Amparo New Directions program and my advocate never gave up on me for a moment. After I relapsed, they gave me a second chance. They encouraged me, helped me get into a program, supplied me with food and bus passes to go to my visits with my daughter until I was able to get back on my feet. I was at the lowest of lows, yet they were very adamant on checking in with me, even though I did not always want to respond. They never gave up on me or looked at me different. I was provided with counseling and mentoring to help me get through the process of gaining custody of my daughter back. Stable housing is a must to a CPS social worker, and because of this program, I earned overnights with my daughter that much faster. Because of this program, I have food to put into my and my daughter's stomachs. Most importantly, because of the help and the support of the program, I got my daughter back in October. I am receiving the help I need that I would have never done myself. And I am finally becoming the mother and woman I have dreamt of and deserve to be. My peers and I in the Casa de Amparo New Directions program appreciate you and truly thank you from the bottom of our hearts. For any donations you can make tonight, grateful is an understatement.
Anna, thank you so very much, and congratulations for being reunited with your daughter. That takes an incredible amount of work. I think what's most salient about Anna's story is that Casa de Amparo was there from the moment she reached out to the moment she was able to be reunited, and still is there to support her in this new direction and this new life. Casa de Amparo needs to raise $2 million this year to help children, to help families, and to help survivors. The funds that we raise tonight pay for services like counseling, food, clothing, housing, and activities. And we've got an opportunity to share with you some of the ways that your dollars can have an impact, but I wanted to let you know that in your bidding device, you have an opportunity to simply click on the button that says Donate Now. These levels that we'll speak about have been pre-selected for you inside of that device, and feel free to select any of them that fit your particular giving level. We want you to know that any gift, whether it be large and thousands of dollars with lots of zeros behind it, or if it's small, we understand that these are trying times for everyone. But imagine these trying times when you are food insecure, when you are shelter insecure, when you are going through a transition in your life that many of us can't even imagine. That's what our Casa Kids are doing, and that's where we have an opportunity to help. So let's take a look at $25,000. It helps to provide a year of intensive trauma-informed therapy services, individualized to meet the needs of the youth. You met some of our staff. You know what they're capable of. You know what they can do. This allows that to happen. And at $25,000, if you'd like, now's an opportunity to press that donate button and make a huge impact in the life of one of our Casa Kids. At $10,000, we can provide a year of rent for a young adult in the New Directions program. They have a safe place to live while they work or finish school, or in Anna's case, this is what it took to show that child support services caseworker that she was able to be reunited with her daughter. That is a life-changing moment. This is incredible. And at $10,000, you can help that. At $5,000, you have an opportunity to provide a month of personal protective equipment to protect our youth and to help our staff get COVID-19. This is an opportunity that we're all having to deal with. It is not an inexpensive cost. This is an opportunity to make a bid, to make a difference, and to help that protection be a reality. At $2,500, we can provide a year of recreational activities for several youth in our foster care. This gives them a normal childhood. They get to enjoy things like recreation and going out. You know, sometimes just a roof, we consider those essentials, housing and food and water. We consider that what we need to survive, but really we need more. We need something to bring a smile to our face. And at $2,500, you have an opportunity to provide an entire year of recreational activities for youth that are facing one of the most difficult times in their lives. At $1,000, gosh, at $1,000, we can provide necessary cleaning and sanitation supplies to keep the cottages, the apartments, and the administration offices of Casa de Amparo safe and healthy for $1,000. Sometimes we don't think about the kinds of costs that go into that. So at $1,000, if you would like to jump in, now is your chance. At $1,000, press that Donate Now button. This is the opportunity. If you have an opportunity to give, do so. I know that there are some that out there that can donate more. There are some that can donate less. But at $1,000, I hope that you'll rise to the challenge and make that commitment. At $500, we have an opportunity to give as well. $250 could be where we're at. I'm just getting some new notes that there's been some great movement in the live auction. Amber Fields ended up winning the Bassett Furniture Package, a last-minute bid, and she jumped in and stole it. So now's an opportunity to donate. At $1,000, if you'd like, now's the chance to do so. At $500, at $250, at $150. Imagine the help that you could provide. Imagine the lives that you could change. This is a great chance and a great opportunity to do so. I know there are some other folks that want to check in as well. Jerry? Jerry, are you joining us?
Hi, Clint.
There you are.
Great to be with you again on this Crystal Ball Gala under unusual circumstances. I'm sorry to interrupt the proceedings, but as I have in years past, I have a really important message for you and our viewing audience. In the next few minutes, we're going to raise about $20,000, and here's how we're going to do it. We're at the $1,000 paddle, and Sharon and I, my wife, you know, we've been volunteers here for almost 30 years. We love the Casa Kids, and tonight, to celebrate that again, we're going to offer to match the first 10 people that raise their paddle or call in for a $1,000 pledge. So with those matching grants in a few minutes, we could raise $20,000 for our Casa Kids. What do you think?
Jerry, I think that's awesome. Thank you to you and Sharon. You guys are absolutely phenomenal. So the Jerry Stein Challenge is on. $10,000 for the first 10 people that want to raise their paddle or donate at that $1,000 level. I tell you what, let's check in on our thermometer. Let's just see how we are doing there, and we'd love to thank some of those donors coming in. There we are. Dr. Michael Griffiths in there at $1,000. Claire Barnett, thank you so very much. $12,650 raised right now. I know that the Cohen family has been the Kohler family, the Kohlers have jumped in so generously at $5,600. Barbara Allman got us started off. Joni Dorff, thank you so very much at $2,500. That's absolutely fantastic. Let's see if we can raise that $10,000 that Jerry challenged us with right away. Very nicely done. Kayleen Huffman is jumping in there as well. And we saw that thermometer now just take another bounce at $12,900. Now remember, we set a goal tonight of $2 million. So we only have about $1,990,900 and, oh gosh, a few extra there. So make sure that we make that thermometer go just as high as we can. And remember that with matching funds at $1,000, we have an opportunity to continue that raise. Let's continue getting behind these wonderful success stories like Anna. Let's be sure that we support that frontline staff. Tonight, you are helping to end child abuse and neglect by supporting Casa de Amparo and ensuring that we are able to care for our Casa Kids. Now, we know that the silent auction is still going. That's going to close at 9 p.m. this evening. But let's take a quick moment and take a look for those that are searching that silent auction area. Let's take a look at some of those items with no bids. Let's just find out where those hot deals are. We've got some gorgeous jewelry available to you from our good friends at Jewels with a Purpose. We've got that beautiful topaz set. Take a look at that, package number 917. We also have that Simply Stunning set, package number 919, I suggest you take a look. A day on the bay, we've got some wonderful caviar and Russian vodka. There's a new way to explore some culinary delights. That's package number 651. And let's check back in with our thermometer just for a moment and see how those donations are coming in. Look at that. We left at $12,600. We are already at $14,300. Sharon, thank you so very much for rising to that $1,000 challenge. Let's keep those donations coming in tonight. We've got a little bit more time, and if you are not seeing your name out there, if you're not seeing anything that you like and you still want to make a donation, you're more than welcome to send in a check or a cash donation. Just reach out to us at casadeamparo.org or give our technical support number a call. We'd be more than happy to make that a part of tonight's gift. Tonight, we've done a great thing. You continue to do a great thing. When the chips are down and when times are most difficult, it's really when the character of our community is established, and that character has proven to be extraordinarily generous this evening. Thank you to Kayleen, to Tamra, and to Anna, and to all of our speakers tonight. Thank you to that frontline staff who shared with us that insight as to what Casa de Amparo does in the fight against child abuse and neglect. Thank you for all of the bids and all of the fun and all of those last-minute items that got sold right at the end. I want to thank all of you for attending tonight and for giving our Casa kids like Anna the support they need to look into their crystal ball and see their brightest future. We hope you have a fabulous night. And before we go, I want to share with you the winner of our wine draw. I promised that we would do so. And congratulations to the one and only Nancy Belko. Nancy, congratulations. You are going to go home with some fabulous wine. And on that, everybody, thank you so very much for attending. Have a wonderful night. And remember, keep Casa de Amparo and the kids of Casa de Amparo in your hearts all year long. Have a great night, everyone.